On the ground, hero maximum. Guess who? David Warner.
Yeah, starting to find a groove. And you just felt that this extra pace in the pitch was going to help him.
As easy as apple pie as it is for David Warner, Tom, he's successful across all formats, tests, both forms of white ball cricket. What do you reckon is his secret?
I think his secret is keeping it pretty simple. I think he's got an uncomplicated method. He backs himself, he backs his judgment, and when he sees the moment, which is clearly where he saw the moment on that highlight, that he presses the button and he doesn't hold back. Just look at him throw himself into that. He's clearly identified that a boundary is required. If it's going to be a certain length, he's going to pounce on it and commit to it. And that's the most important thing from a batting perspective is, once you do identify the bowler, the occasion that you do need to find a boundary, you've got 100% commit with a clear mind. And David Warner did that there, and that's a real trademark of what he's done throughout his career. He's trusted his method. A lot of people have felt that in the early parts of his career that he wouldn't make a test cricketer because they thought that, how can you come through the avenue of T20 cricket, then graduate as a test cricketer? But David Warner's just averaged just short of 50 in test cricket as an opening batsman. So that tells you everything.
Danny, Tom mentions that it's a very simple, technique. It's a simple game plan, right? So as a fast bowler, Shanon Gabriel, we just saw getting just thunked over mid-on, but over long on. So how do you deal with somebody when they're in that kind of mood? If the physical aspect is there, how do you try and maybe throw them off in any other way? How do you get under their skin?
Yeah, well, the other thing about T20 is that you have to have those changes of pace. Gabriel's got pace and this surface that you heard there in the commentary as well, that the ball slides on nicely, which really is right up David Warner's avenue. And it's a length ball. You've also just got to admire there what Moods is touching on too, is the fast hands. And Warner tends to hold the bat further down the handle, doesn't he? And guys, the smaller guys, like wicket keepers, that have got great fast hands through the ball. So good in those areas. But yeah, round the wicket, do you change it up? Do you get a bit scared about going around the wicket and wanting to get too much in the arc? Or sometimes you just go a little bit wider on the crease and bowl a really good slower ball to stuff him up, to hit through too early and hopefully sky one up. And then if you're brave enough to, risky enough, particularly against someone like Warner, do you want to try and whistle it past his ear hole? That's a massive risk as well. But Gabriel has got pace and bounce. So you've got little bits to the arsenal that you could go to. But again, it's just the execution, the timing when to do that and be brave enough to run up and then bowl a slow ball when you've disappeared for six. And if you get that wrong, which often happens, you're going to go the journey again and fetch this, please.